Hello, I'm Dr. Lisa K. Baker. I'm a geropsychologist and I work specifically with dementia caregivers. And today I want to talk about an aspect of dementia communication that comes up a lot with my clients. And this is kind of learning to let go of reasoning and logic in communication with your loved ones with dementia. Now, in non-dementia world, we use logic and reasoning all the time, and it's very efficient and very effective. You can quickly clear up a misunderstanding. It's very useful. But when someone has dementia and their brain is creating a kind of new reality for them that is just as real to them as our reality is to us, using logic and reasoning based in our reality is really a lot less effective. We're really not going to convince them or to be able to prove to them that the way that they're seeing things is not right. And so, my preferred strategy is to find a common reality where we can meet, and the benefit of it also is that it soothes a lot of agitation and upset and is very useful in a wide variety of situations. So the example that I want to use today is when you go to visit your loved one and they say, "You never visit me," when in fact you were there yesterday. You're there 5 days a week. You go out of your way to be there a lot. But every time you see them, this is what they say. And I've heard this a lot. I've heard it myself when visiting people. And so, it's very understandable that we might want to react from a place of logic and reality, and to say, well, I was here yesterday. I'm here every day. That is not likely to be the most effective way. And so the two steps that I usually focus on are to validate and then to redirect. And so the common reality that you have with someone is feelings, that's something that you can connect on. And so when there's a situation like this one, that you never visit me, first imagine that what they're saying were actually true, because to them it is true. And imagine how they must be feeling with that being their reality. And then respond to that feeling, because the feeling is real, even if it's made completely based on a misunderstanding. The feeling is still real, and you won't be able to correct the misunderstanding, but you can respond to the feeling. And so if you never visit them, they might feel abandoned, scared, lonely, confused, sad, any number of things, and you can respond to any one of them. Say, I'm so sorry, were you missing me today? I'm so sorry to hear that you're feeling sad. Were you feeling lonely? And to really just empathize with their very real feelings. You don't even have to address whether you were there or not there, but to just respond to their feelings. It goes a long way in soothing upset and kind of putting a lot of times just an end to the situation. How would any of us feel if we were kind of validated in that way? We often feel comforted and heard, and like our feelings matter, feel loved, and so those are all warm, fuzzy, great ways to feel. Versus if you had sat down and even the sweetest, nicest way possible said, honey, I was here yesterday, I'm here all the time, or maybe if you did react out of that feeling unappreciated or feeling accused, and you got upset with them, that they're much more likely to react in a negative way, or to feel scared that they don't remember the thing that you're telling them about, to feel confused. They might double down and insist like they remember yesterday in their minds and you were not here, and so now you're a liar. And very quickly it can escalate. because with dementia, very commonly, they can't regulate their emotions in the same way. And so things are much more likely to go to an 11, when it doesn't seem like it usually would. And so using that validation really can be effective. And then the second step is simple, to just redirect their attention elsewhere. And so it can be an activity, it can be another topic of conversation, you can ask them a question, whatever. I like your shirt. Do you want to go find a snack with me? What do you want to watch on TV? Anything. And so I hope that is helpful. It's a technique that you can use in any situation where there's a strong emotional component. And so some other common situations that come up would be when someone says that they want to go home but they can't, like either they're already home or they live in a facility or they live with you now, or if they're asking for someone who is deceased. These are great situations where you can, we're focusing on the facts. Trying to logic with them is not going to help, but responding to the emotion will be a good way to try to transition out of the upsetting conversation. So let me know if you have any questions or comments, and if there are any other topics that you would ever like me to address. I always want to hear about that. And thanks for listening.